Hey, I'm Marina. I quit my job in the pandemic to travel the world. So this podcast is a mixture of my inner thoughts as a solo female traveler and interviews I have with inspiring people I meet on the road. Hey, my friend, and welcome back to a new episode of the On the Road cast. I'm really happy you're back to today sharing my really personal reasons to travel the world. So, of course, there are many reasons why people travel the world, but I thought it would be interesting to get to know my reasons a bit better. Because, of course, there are those obvious reasons. I want to explore new cultures, want to see stunning landscapes and explore the food, especially the food. Because I'm a huge sucker for food, I want to try everything in this world, and so far I haven't been disappointed. So I really love to try out the most authentic food, in best case made by in best case homemade. And for trying out food, I also try out meat versions because for me, I just want to try the most authentic food possible. But mostly I try it once and then I'm good and continue with the veggie option. So these are like the most obvious ones or kind of the reasons why everybody wants to travel. But for me, there are some more reasons to that. So first, I don't want to just travel. Like, of course, there are some touristic sites I like to see and I want to travel many countries, but I'm not on a fast pace. I want to experience the life there to its fullest. So that means I want to experience it with jobs. So staying in one place for at least a month or two and exploring the place from there. Also this way I want to experience the more daily life, get to know people on a deeper level and not just meeting them for a night or two. And that kind of means I want to work in so many jobs as possible. So it's not about working, it's about the experiencing. So I don't mind working on a farm, working, I don't know, in a hostel, a restaurant, cleaning toilets, or I don't know, repair a boat, basically. I just want to try out as much as possible. And that also leads to another point, which is to extend my comfort zone in every way possible. Because, of course, I don't feel comfortable working in jobs I've never experienced anything before, because it's something new. But that way I will gain experiences I will never, ever experience anywhere else in the world. And of course I could do all of that here in Germany, but basically I don't want to. And it's way easier to do it abroad while I'm in this travel mood. And also, I want to throw myself out there, out of my comfort zone to grow and just looking back and seeing what I'm achieving or what I've achieved so far due to traveling is insane. And I'm still not at the end. I want to extend my comfort zone more and more and more. So I will be at some point comfortable with situations I'm now afraid of. Another thing is that I want to get lost for some time. Because to be honest, I'm a person that always has something else in mind. Always knows that next week, next month, next year is something going on. And I actually love the feeling of getting lost in time because there are no plans made. I love to wake up in the morning with no plans so far, just going with the flow, whatever the day may bring you. And when you come to a point where you forget what day, what date it is, what week even, that's the point where you experience true happiness and freedom. And due to that, I want to meet new people. I want to connect with other travelers that have similar mindsets, that also show me new ways of seeing this beautiful world, and that way kind of, extend my view on this world. I want to have good times, but I also want to connect deeply. And I feel like while traveling the world, that is so much easier than when you're stuck at home in your ever appearing social circus, in your family, with your friends, it's always the same, and it's much harder. I don't say it's not possible, but it's so much harder to actually get out of your usual ways. And that's also a reason why I want to travel. I want to be far away from friends and family, even though I miss them. But I feel like I'm a person that always does what I think others expect of me. So it starts with little things in conversations up to bigger decisions. I always try to live up to the expectations of my parents. I always acted in a way I thought people would like me most. But I always knew in a way that this is not who I am. Like, a little bit, yes. But there is more inside of me, which I realized when I was in Thailand. Another thing is that I want to fight my anxiety. It's not like I always had anxiety. It kind of appeared during the last few years. And I don't like it. Of course, nobody likes it. But I don't want to accept it. I want to work with it. Like, I feel like I developed social anxiety, especially in moments when I'm feeling low, and I want to work on that to be like, get more of my extroverted self again. And also to conquer situations where I feel anxiety and realize that it's not needed and it's basically almost just in my head. And I feel like traveling can really help me with that. Also, since I always kind of try to please other people, I'm not sure if I really know what I want to do with my life. I feel like I still need to find out what's my calling, what I need to do with my life. And so I want to find out, like, if I'm apart from everybody else, and just try out as much as possible. Just trying out, like, what I really want, and just doing this for myself for once. Like, just doing this without feeling guilty for everybody else, just doing this trip for myself, and just forget about time, commitment, and social acceptance in a way. Because to be honest, if I'm traveling and I don't get along with people, I can just move on. Like, it could be sad, but in the end I could just move on, move to another city, another country. I don't need to deal with something, and if I don't feel comfortable in a place, I can move, and that is completely fine, actually. And just this freedom is something I need to still combine within myself, but I really want to go there. And so, as cheesy as it sounds, I think the main reason to do this trip around the world is not to see the most beautiful sights. It's actually to find my true self, know who I am, know what I want, know my values in life, and hopefully find people that I can truly connect with this true self of mine, build long life relationships with people that I truly love, and just find my inner self, my true inner self, somewhere on this world. And I don't know if I'm coming back, actually. Maybe I do. Maybe I find a place that I so truly align with that I don't want to come back. So this is probably just the iceberg of reasons I have, but I think those are like the biggest ones. So maybe you got inspired by that. Maybe you can share with me your own reasons why you want to travel. Maybe we are similar, maybe you have completely different ones, but I would love to hear them. So so that was it with this episode of the On the Roadcast. I don't know when I will record the next one. I don't know where, but definitely somewhere on the road. Bye. Thanks for taking time to listen to the On the Roadcast. If you like this episode, you would warm my heart with a nice review on iTunes, a comment on YouTube, or a private message on Instagram. And of course, you make me super happy if you share my podcast, as it helps other listeners finding my show and hopefully to inspire them to travel the world.